Inside Story Uganda, real source of political updates.
The Protestants use ekigambo omwawule, but the Catholics use it indirectly. Katolika agamba tusabire bannaddiini n'abasaseredooti bo abaakwawulirwa. Mwava ekigambo omwawule abaawule. Yes, ffe Katonda beewa extremely who are naturally gifted. They can defeat you on logic.
Muli baawule.
Ffe tuli baawule. Omanyi abantu bamanyi faaza si munnaddiini.
Leka naawe.
Mu Bukatuliki munnaddiini brother na musista.
Ate
faaza si munnaddiini. Ate baaligambye nti tukusaba tusabira bannaddiini bo. Abo boogera ku musista na brother n'abasaseredooti bo abaakwawulirwa. Faaza si munnaddiini.
Tebakonye ku faaza.
A father is a calling. Celibacy, she kirabo kya Katonda. Nga buyinza okubeera devoted ku Museveni. Yes. Others in NRM mu bafuna sente nyi, they are not devoted. But bamuwa celibacy. He did not give God celibacy. Babagana kokuwasa. Paulo Mutukirivu yagamba nti okujjako abagumu nganze. What if he was impotent? How did we prove? Ndi yali mugumu bugumu oba yali impotent. When you have logic, when you are gifted with natural wisdom, natural knowledge, the Museveni, who has no PhD, calls striking professors and defeats them hands down.
Professors who are learned.
Abayita n'abavuruga. He has natural intellect on addition to knowledge. To be knowledgeable, to be wise, byanjawulo. Knowledge is acquired. Provided you get it and they apply it properly.
How about wisdom?
Wisdom is natural. Kyovolaba nti Suleiman Katonda yamuwa kyamagezi. But when you compare Suleiman and Museveni mu Bible, singa ni Museveni yaliwo n'okwata ebintu bibiri. Besi yamugamba nti bakuwadde obutwa. Ng'ani ababukuwadde? Zizinga ne mukyala Njuba abakufumbira emmere nga mwambuluga. Amiba. Namugamba Museveni yabaga nti oba bampadde obutwa babeere wano nfe nga bandaba. But let us call another doctor. Is beyond Suleiman. Yes, and they contacted another doctor, Bata, who contracted the BCS findings. Over the two BCS omwestana ne Bata omwesinayira. Museveni yalikiriza byalo. So natural intellect. Kati nze mbakubira ku buli lwe bavaayo mbakubira ku natural intellect. Natural intellect. Kakati let me tell you. You have two issues.
Yes.
The first issue is what? If you are a journalist who sets the agenda.
Waliwo ensonga ezitambula ez'okuba nti waliwo abazze bafa babazula mu septic tank bakola biki mbalina tutumbye.
Kakati kambabuulire. This is stage managed.
Nze Tamale. Damu statement you.
One, do we still in the time of when God used to talk to people directly? Is God still sending Jibril? Let the police tell us. How do they know? Those who cannot even trace the killers of their senior police officers, who tells them that dig here? There is a body in a septic tank. Because a body in a septic tank can only be found if those who participated in the give evidence. Like in this case. If you cannot kill yourself, you are exposed. You end up becoming a serial killer. It's a principle in psychology. Nti omuhikirwa wattu eyagala okutta gwe yatuma okutta kijjana. For his safety, n'ayogera. Currently in this case, there must be a person who leaks this information. Who is Yani? Police answer. Two, that would mean a confession. A confession. Ngalokoka. Bane nattanga abantu bali omwo. Three, there must be an escapee. who survived in hiding. Omusajja yayokya essomero ly'Ebuddo yakomawo n'asa facing. I alerted some security people naye Kalubuli tebamuta kwanza abange tebabookya naye recently one of the people who burnt that primary school surfaced and faced the person who hired him. It was a land deal. Kale Katonda byakola mutta abantu tebafa oli omuvuka yadduka n'agenda ewaabwe Kalungu n'afuuka zondo n'efuula zondo kakati kitaawe afa atunda ettaka ayagala kutunda ttaka bamubuulira leading land buyer ne Kampala bamitinga ku popopo nga ye yamulagira okutta ne bagasimbagana are you still alive nti yes n'amugamba kati mbadde miliyoni 10 kangende mu banka professing a payment. This boy came to me. I surrendered him to security, but I told him to disappear.
Okay.
Yes. The police are known. One day they'll be arrested. Kakati an escapee.
An escapee.
A Mulokole who is confessing, preparing himself to face God. Over the 3 factors, what has happened? Police investigations in Europe, they can investigate a case. Some cases are being reinvestigated using modern techniques.
Modern techniques, okay.
Twakujjako samples kati DNA eweri we can charge you again. Kakati njagala ombuulire zaatandikira wa musajja oli
onebe
ne eri abuliza omusango ne bamutta.
Era abuliza omusango.
Intelligence tubuuza who benefits from this murder? Who benefits from this? Wetutandikira to 0 kyobulamba bakwata teri case woni gibali
case weri olaba daginonyerezako ataso
and the police doesn't help a man like Odwe who resigned a long time ago comes up with his ignorant head and confused brain to blame the president for appointing a usual man to head side. Which if you cannot, they usually say, we shall leave no stone unturned. Neighbor, your police officers have been killed and nobody has been brought to book. Kagati nkugamba THO kamba buli amakulu agakirimu. The organic case, if he doesn't overthrow this government, Museveni will be like a man.
The organic case.
The organic case can be a turning point in our politics. It involves very rich fellows. The first person the United Nations informed was the president. But the case has dragged on for 8 years. It is now in its final stages. Once these people know, and they have used a lot of money, I pity them. I was watching them 2 days ago. I followed the case. You are powering money. Billions. The Bazungu are eating it. And they are going back on Thursday, on Zoom. They are testifying on Zoom. The team that went to Hague was detained there. Wawuya and Weyomba, prominent surgeons in Mulago.
Okay.
I watched a meeting where Wawuya and Weyomba were being recruited to kill people for organs at college in Makerere. The chairman told them, they said, the man said he stammers. Waweru stammers. But I hear this man called Mirundi talking about this. Don't care. Mirundi will be silenced within a very short time. The chairman assured you, you can even inform reformers. What if I play those video clips? Chairman, there are people who have even raised issues. How did your wife die mysteriously? Tiabuka kumadala now. If it was organized. Kandi mbagamba. Bano bali ba lawyers baba gamba. Initially, baba gamba don't allow activism in Uganda. But they made a mistake. They killed my daughter. But when I have 2 medical doctors, after surrendering the body, it was not COVID. The COVID no.
Okay.
One of my doctors observed a woman tasobola kubleeding olwa kino na kino. The body had no organs. Sir Albert Cool, and I'm looking for the doctor. I will kill you with your children. I can use, if you fail, I will use the thunder bullet to find where you are.
Okay.
Kakati aba media bajiwa 10 billion.
Yes.
Na kano nekaddamu nekabafera kagenda omwana nekajjayo sente nekagenda w'omukyayina nekajjayo sente nekajjayo kino bakwata $30 million kabafera ako nekadduka kati today nimbalimira because I have a course bo balowooza nti once you use a toilet paper and you flush it you can retrieve it. The technology is not there. You use me, you dump me, we fall apart.
Okay.
They told them there are 3 parts on my body which I respect most. My head, the assault hit my brain, we fight until death. My anus, the moment you turn it into play another role, you are turning me into a woman. I'll kill you. My body, I don't play with those things.
Okay.
Because tonjoga to bagana, talk on what tamun, and they're watching me. I'm seeing them on my phone. Kagati, Bakugamba, let the government recognize organizing and donations by law.
Chibere legal.
All of these cases, one of the people whose the bodies where they have been exhumed was killing his relatives and selling organs. These are crazy relatives. One of the people you see in the media, he was killing relatives from his wife's side. Kakati balibagala okuzimba case. Nti, the organs are needed, yes. Even in Europe, Margaret Thatcher donated her eyes. People donate. You don't need to kill me before. I helped a boy, a young man, from Chenjojo. And the mother of that young man became my mother. I visited her, but I will not mention her name for security reasons.
Okay.
Mwana we yali akola mu government ng'anoonya kidney. N'afuna munne egundi omulokole. They have a fellowship. Seno gye mugenda okusoma mu katabo kange. How they misuse the word fellowship. Even balokole can charge them. Kakati yamujja mu Arua. Lango. They went to India. The woman, I don't think that the president still remember. Yamuwa sente omwana.
President yawa omwana sente.
Wazaali million 6.
Okay.
N'agenda ne bamujjanjaba. Ono his return ne bamugoba ku mulimu n'oli ne bamugoba ku mulimu. I had to intervene for the boss to go back to work. Donation. This is donation, younger people. Donation. You donate. My kidney, I donate because there are 2. Yes. If a plane, if one of the engines develops problems, it means nti musobola okutuuka oba okuddayo ku base defense. Ne landing kubeera mujja kuleeta abagikanika. Kati if you have 2 kidneys,
you can donate one. No cigars there.
Donating is different from extracting. Illegal. You kill people. This is different. Why do I say that you kill people? These organs are extracted from you while you are still alive.
You're still alive.
What they do, they declare you clinically dead after some time. Yes, the trade is high. It's over Libya, but Uganda is a center, unfortunately.
Why is the government quiet?
But refugees, why is it that the Chinese are here and they established a base, a separate cell?
Why is the government quiet on this issue?
And let me tell you, it involves very big people. 157. 63 of your surgeries are involved. Nabagamba nti the center was in Rugazi. Do you see now accidents mu bikajjo bya Meta? Has the road been widened?
No.
In Eastern, the problem in the Anglican Church is connected to organism. There is ono bishop erekiti tabirimu bamukuba. Have you forgotten that in the recent past, buses used to knock each other in Eastern Uganda? There was a cell there, led by a senior politician. Unu Masaka, Fika Salama, the doctor was in Kitovu. Masaka government hospital was denied ambulances. In the case of accidents, it was a Kitovu. That would tell, yes. And the Kitovu cell is still active. When the chairman traversed Uganda seeking contributions from medical doctors, I was watching him, every visit he made. He met the doctor in Kitovu. He said, "Me, I'm still working. I'm not affected. In fact, I'm expecting money from Tanzania. Should I play the tape?" Kakati bino byonna bimulaba. They want to justify. There is a need for these kidneys. Agreed. There is a need for spare parts. But we cannot create a market for human beings. This is where I go wrong, gentlemen. If I'm donating, you tell me.
I have to be willingly.
Yes. But the doctor telling me, have you got, can I get you one? Dangerous. Yes. Me have told you my background, my involvement in this traditional religion. Somewhere umusawa kugamba gendo lete endeku eyakula ku kiryo yokka. How do you observe it? Gobate ginaze gireti. Gendo lete endiga nga yandali ya magulu asatu nga malema. Impossibility. You give me a witch doctor, a shrewd one, who is not part of our ethics. That's why people end up killing their children. Kakati, are we going to go to the situation where a medical doctor tells you your kidney is diseased? If you can get a donor, and it's not easy to get people who match, God is very unique. Kakati yaja kuanza injili nanga ajijewa. Nida because go change. You bring this bill, which I incite the population against you. Let the end of this bout up MPs stand up, which I incite, which I create a contradiction. You will be declared the personal non-gratas in your constituencies.
Believe Parliament.
Nobody is saying that there is no, even in Europe.
The need is there.
Why is it that this organ trade is concentrated in Arab countries? The Bazungu cannot do it. A Muzungu cannot accept a spare parts from people. Even cloning, they rejected it.
But it's
Kakati on Amongi, it stresses the purpose of Amongi's visit is to say people are killed abroad. When we hand over these people, we don't take a responsibility. How? How? Nakali mu mulimo gwe gubadde to ensure the company that is it wala. I gave you a story of a young man who went to Turkey, paid money to a man who is still in operation. As he was going, as these people were going, a group of 500 people, they started asking them, who are their parents? This man, young man, is the son of a general, a serving general in the army. But because they know I support UPDF, I'm the strongest defender of UPDF. So this boy came. We became friends. There were so many people, younger people who come. There is one I treat like my biological son. He recently married in Chiruhura. I refused to go. Said I will undermine the future of this young man. Nini wafe bamumanyi nejeja wa mumanyi nani abisinga ne wafe. Because for me I lokufa. I did not attend the wedding. But I have so many of that children. So this man said my biological father is Tamale Mirundi. This tough man Yes. You know what they did?
No.
They said for you, you are going to return to Uganda. They gave him a return ticket and told him to hide his passport. Immediately they arrived there, I will explain one of the what happened. The 500, the 399 people, boys have never been heard of. But this man, because they thought it was my son, he came back. I don't know how God told him. They said, but you were Mukonjo. Yes. Mirundi got me from Mukonjo woman. But you were Muslim. Hey, haven't you heard Mirundi talking about his
relatives being Muslims?
Muslims. This is what saved the man. Another one took 500 people. Immediately came back, closed the company. And has put up solid buildings in the company. So this is a serious matter. Which was, if we made a mistake, you made a mistake. But when you face the challenges, the more the dividends, the risk the business. Do you see monitor? Do you see monitor? Monitor, I know Makalo. I know this man. In Fiji, he was a very close friend of the president. At one time, he was accused of inciting Muslims against people against Muslims in 1979. The man was proved innocent. Makalo was also was accused of lacking academic papers to qualify as chairman because of there was a Makalo, there was another man. The other man was called who? He was also contesting. And they wanted to defeat him to embarrass Muse Kalazwaro.
Okay.
Kalazaro. May you know in Zamwira Kema? Waliwo gundi. An old man Kazola. Kazola found me in the Muno newspaper when he came. Kazola liked the Muno newspaper, but I don't know whether he was a Catholic. These are people who had grown up with the Europeans. So Kazola was a regular visitor to Muno newspaper. Found me and said, when I was young, said, younger man, you are intelligent. He listened to my argument. He was not staying in his house. He was staying in Serena, near the hotel. He called me one day. I was speaking in a very soft voice. Said, if you want money, come here regularly. But me, I'm scared about money. But one time when I was going to Germany for training, I went to Kazola's place, suit. You are going to Germany for training? Good news. Yaje engattozi. Engatto. Nga zirimu munda. Wulu. Me at that time I didn't know. Oba winter obachi. I would have died in Europe. Nampa negundi. Kazola no de muzei Kazola. Nyamwera ke man. Very lucky. Anti bili ebintu byange. Bigenda binondoola buli wamu.
Kusalawo kwa Mungu.
Bantu aliwo abaziriyo nga nkoze strike. Basta omukazi mu Kampala. The soldiers at a road block. Serious. A woman is buried. But determining a futures. They put up a censoring committee. I said, no. Young as I was, they took me to Vazirio. He said, your soldiers killed a woman. That's what you listen. Bamuchusiza mululu. Nanga, can you take me there? Nti, where? Vazirio ended up giving me $50,000. Iyo mtoto wa gazeti ya Chikatoliki, he says the truth. Komite saji kuba nenjijawo. Komite ya censorship nga minister agitaddewo Dr. Joko Morozo wa DP. Nekikuba mu 85. Nekikuba nenjijawo.
Kuvadda ngoli musajja.
Once I faced the challenges, sikyuka kuba nti bano nababala. In 80 years, Kambalemereko will be exposed. The lifespan of a president is how many years? Museveni has been abnormal. nti afuze mba president bameka
bana.
That's why in Ghana rolling is new. If I hand over to a wholesale group, nzisa abantu, nzisa former leaders, myaka echi. Yakola constitution ya myaka echi. No president of Ghana shall rule Ghana beyond 2 terms or 4 years.
4 years.
No lakuna. Kufu never attempted to change the Ghanaian constitution.
Myaka 8.
Anti yamanya nti if my people don't kubanga yawamba government emirundi ebiri yasooka n'agiwamba ne bateekawo okulonda ne bateekawo Dr. Limani nga tamwagala n'agikomawo n'agijjawo n'olunaku lwe n'abagaba bwe mulikwatanga baaluggyako ne bawukya n'ennyumba ye. Rolling is survived in Ghana because his marriage ku Mumbejja w'e Kumasi. Kakati abaana ne bategeera kakati ono Makaalu bamuleeta kati nti he died. You will get a number of cases printed in the media articles. Even this former governor, immediate governor, Bank of Uganda, bagenda muleeta yafudde kidney, there was no donor. Don't waste your time. I will oversmart you. You face the challenges ahead. Change. Let us see. Cabinet has decided. Cabinet is both. Let any person who brings a bill, let us wait. Let this case end so that we'll talk about bills. But if you say, let me tell you, when you read my new book, I tell you the story of Walaji. That after realizing that Walaji was a hazard to human lives, the then governor went to Mengo Chico, told them, help me to defeat Walaji. A member of the Chico asked him, what are the sheriff hazards of Walaji? The man said, it affects your liver. Oh, the river. Good, bad. But you tell us, a Muganda who dies with a good liver, what financial benefits does he get? The governor said no. Get out of the Richie. Yes. The Bazungu had to leave persuasive methods to Draconian. The colonial government enacted the Enguli Act 1923. Engulika. Something that changes your brain within a short time. Kubana Bagan to Walaji is corrupted from a gene. It was started by Nubian soldiers.
Okay.
That's why it became a war gene.
A war gene.
Kakati, even if they enacted the law, it failed. The Bazungu went ahead and created the Uganda Walaji, purified the Walaji. The ordinary drinkers said no. Bino biswazi. They don't buy. A Walaji drinker cannot buy. In fact, Uganda Walaji would be for export. Uganda Walaji is needed everywhere. But these people want kasese. They don't want diluted. Why? They don't drink to talk. They drink to forget their problems. Yes, at least you have kutulo. Ogenda mugundi bino. Do you know when somebody comes to my home, an arrogant man like me, no ngama ntigwe oliani bana bekonga bana bazanya gondi ebyo be committee comedian can a comedian marry in my family? A comedian, however he is. Anti fa bagantu tuyita kwekonga nti balakola mulimu nti mwekonzi ewange sibakuba nekirani neshenga kulese ne mukuru
kana mwana eta tamale
yumbwa
najja nagata yala moto mbwa
natishika kuba natishika naba ngakatuzanyira mukazanyira mu family yafu akujina wako yakazala ku nkobe. I have handsome younger for us our families, very handsome younger people ngakatwerimbisemu bakakozesa nembabazi yakawa kusente nakaguli emotoka nalweyiso mukangege ne bakawa gondi ku CBS na yidali nimba gamba abantu bange ye mutabani wange one of the lawyers is a gentleman because he grew up in good schools miamu iliyo juwakali nemugamba kakube naga no let us go to court tandiko kwata ebintu byakubibalanga negundi tuziwabira kuzizo my supporters no kiso ankubulira the persuasion failed because the Walaji drinkers could not abandon Walaji. The Wazungu decided to use the military, the police. Military was reserved mwine bombo nga tebajja tebalabikako.
Polisi
bwe yagendanga okwata egundi okwata walaji nga yemunywa nga batwala empute gundi babitanga kalabia containers byali bijirasi binene bwe biti bicupa nga balo abantu batandika okudda mu thick forest until today. Yes, Kamwenge was recently known. Railway train yagaananga okugenda ewalala negenda Kasese to bring what? Kasese. So when even those who keep animals, the moment the gund, a lion tests a human being, bagita. Kakati lekagamba nti we shall solve the organic case by law. By law? No, is clear. Emirambo gyonna tugikebere. Kubanga bafa a painful death. They die a painful death. If these people, if these organs, they have a word now, harvesting organs. Harvesting, is it a garden? Harvesting organs. If they are harvested from dead people, the man who is creating trouble for Tumweba's flank is Amulan. Amulan, I chased him here, he recorded him, I can even play his videotapes. Amulan targeted my wife.
Okay.
Nimba what? That was their mistake. Nabatanga bakazi targeted my family. You target my children, my relatives, and me, even my vehicle, the vehicles are monitored by satellite. I'm an international asset. My vehicles are monitored by you kill him, but Bamuyina is monitored. Murwanyi say, Gundi, Gageti Sizzi. Nakubidaka Tambijo, Ngoliabaga and Museveni years running, inside the palace. We looked for this man, Vajanigava. I always say, I have a residence in Gava.
Yes.
He covered a garden Naya Makanomukas. He changed Naya Makanomukas. He wasn't a Naya Makanomukas. These are characteristics of a rich Muganda man. Aban and Kaganari Vajio.
It's tough.
From one woman.
It's so.
If I'm richer than my father and we meet in heaven, Gambo's and the Buina Vanavameka, Zenakusinga, Likodian, you know, Gino. Sita Kukiza, Bereti and Yakuvuma, when a man as a git one. Fetu followed Fetu Yina Bereti, Yokuvuma, Uganda. Champion. Buma Piratella. We have got a Bereti young. Ayataka kati mbagamba nti Uganda, if they harvested from dead people, the people were charged with our Ugandan people. 2 Chinese, those have fled the country and abandoned their business. I'm going to grab it.
Okay.
Because a man with his rulers, after contributing a lot of money, as Wabano, I have a recording of Mwenda quarreling with the chairman about how they shared the money without informing the other group. Mwenda went to Oman. I also have a video on this. Kakati nkugamba. There is a Kenyan, a Rwandese, and 2 Chinese. What's the role of Kenyans? The Kenyan was the one receiving Kenyan refugees from camps. The Rwandese, do you want to relocate to Canada? They ended up where? According to reports, one of the reasons why they fought Okadaga, because if you want to know, very interesting meeting.
Okay.
Kadaga was given a document by the ICC, but I think she feared for her life and sat on it. But the initial had it. The Ministry of Justice got a copy, was removed, Otafiri. The other UPC man was also defeated in an election. Tumwebaze ended up in the gender ministry, and Mukwaya was kicked out, and Bigirimana was transferred. This man believed, but the Banyankule have a proverb. Bogenda okulimba amazima ogasangayo. Tumwebaze found the truth in the gender. Sitting there in the agenda office did not help with the case. Trying to kill me did not help. In fact, I hardened. If you want to kill me, but I will never help you. If you bring a law, I change. What are the adverse impacts? If I'm not a mature man, by now, people would be abandoning hospitals.
Okay.
Yes. People would be abandoning hospitals. If we are going to bring a law, it must come after the verdict of this case. But they are sure. They have given them a lot of money. They have taken the health stand. They have given people, strong people, lobbyists money. You give people $30 million, you dangle $3 million to me. What is it about? No Cuban impasse of you use Museveni's money to humiliate me again. So you will pay. The only thing I share with a human being is eating and going to the toilet. Otherwise, I'm not another human being. Professor, we are not dealing with another human being. True, Professor, I clap for you. These people will suffer. You suffocate me for 8 years, telling businessmen and everybody that don't give him money, he must kneel before me. Are you a king? You will compensate all my money. This has become Omutego. Omutego is a battle, hatred that has gone on for a long time. I don't touch your money. I don't greet you. We cannot share the same room. You always throw money in the past. They used to throw that money in Masanganzira. Today, you throw it. They told me to open a bank account. Hey. Hey. Nibagaka tugule motoka libejikula. Drone. Tutekemu bilioni 10 tuzimutwale. Mwenda na atula ne munne. I was watching them to Uncle Sam. We are nearing cause meeting endala. Yategese bazikime ekiroba nziti. Mumpita wakuzanya inache sibamanyiko. Olaba abasajja abukamba buli. I said, Miamu risk-taker. If the president thinks that these are jokers, they will eliminate his son. Nina gwenda wadde akatambi oba akamutwalira muhoozi muganda nga akamutwalira kubanze muhoozi si mumwe. Reviewing why muhoozi went to Rwanda. Why did he go alone? What they discussed with the president and whether the president was on Zoom. You see, what about what happened in the chat? Equatorial Guinea, even was can be tempted to overthrow his father. What about you, who don't share blood relationship with him? Do you like? Obujoso